Okay, so we're good to go. So today we're going to talk about research narratives and market understanding. Once again, my name is Oliver Chukwunosu, and welcome to today's class on Abia Web3 Network Bootcamp. So I don't need to introduce myself once again because I think we've done that on the last class. The cryptocurrency market is one of the fastest moving financial spaces in the world currently. Let me not say most prominent. Let me not use the word most prominent, but the market is a very volatile one. Prices rise and fall within hours, and trends can change, patterns can change, attention can shift from one project to another overnight. But this is what makes the market unique, right? Yeah, this is what makes the market unique. So, and for those of us who want to really make something out of the market, we have to understand how the market works. So, research is what helps investors identify valuable projects and avoid unnecessary risk. Because honestly, if you are a trader, you understand what it means to risk your capital in the market, right? So narratives is what explains why certain sectors of cryptocurrencies suddenly gain attention and attract money more than the other, right? And market understanding is what helps people recognize cycles, emotions, trends, and investor behavior. So all these factors are determinants in the financial markets. Let me not limit it to the crypto market, in the financial market. And I hope you all understand what I mean by financial markets. When we're talking about the financial markets, we're talking about both the forex market, crypto market, stock market, financial markets like generally. So, and I'll be taking on this topic today. Firstly, is market research. We'll talk about narratives, talk about market cycles, market sentiments, how to research on a coin properly, and red flags during the research. Sorry about the typo. Red flags during research, right? So what is research in crypto? It's going to be a very long class, so I have to be a bit fast. If you have a question, you can just drop it. We'll attend to it. So what is research in crypto? Research in crypto is studying the project properly before investing, trading, promoting, or joining its community. Unlike the traditional finance, I hope you also understand what traditional finance is. Unlike the traditional finance, crypto moves very fast, and many projects are driven by hype. Proper research helps you separate real opportunities from temporary excitement or scams. What do we mean by this? In the crypto market, some people you see just a WhatsApp status or a Twitter one X post that says buy safe moon, because you think the person that posted it is a big influencer or an idolo, you rush in, you dive into buy, without making your own personal research, right? And let's take for example when Davido launched this token, even Sabinus did his own, people were really jumping in. And that's when they are jumping in at the price already going up. The smart investors have already bought, right? And it become the exit liquidity. So the essence of this class is for you not to become the exit liquidity in the market. Take that down to exit liquidity. So examples of research in crypto is like reading the white paper of a particular project, checking the tokenomics, right? Looking at the on-chain activity, verifying exchange listings, and all that. So you can research on platforms like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, DeFi do analytics, and so on. So when you go to these apps, any coin at all, any token at all, you type there, you can see the prospects of that particular coin or token on these platforms, Bitcoin market cap, Bitcoin Gecko, and the rest. Right, that's where you get to see, okay, when was it launched? What's the total supply? Was the that's even where you can copy the main contract address that particular. Some persons have been scammed because when Trump launched, for example, when Trump launched his token, other persons created different variations of Trump token. You know, it's a decentralized world. You can create a token yourself, like I told you the last time. So for you to know the one that is the main coin or token or that, you have to copy the contract address. So contract address is what distinguishes one token from the other, right? So these are platforms where you do all these confirmations. Yeah. So things to research in a crypto project. You know, firstly is the problem it solves. You can ask, what exactly is this project trying to fix? Is there an actual demand for this project? Like Ethereum became valuable because it introduced smart contracts and dApps in the crypto ecosystem, right? You know, after Bitcoin, Ethereum came in and introduced smart contracts and decentralized applications in the crypto ecosystem. The next point to consider while researching on the crypto projects is the team and the founders. You have to check, are the founders public? Do you like, can you access their social handles? Are they mentioned? Like, I hope they are not anonymous, because if they are, just know that a bunch of scammers are somewhere building that project to rug pull it. I hope you also know what rug pull is. Today is the last class of scam, so I expect you to be familiar with these terms, right? Rug pull is building a particular project or a coin or a token to take away your money. Yes. Rug pull is tantamount to scam. So not all rug pulls are scams, some are due to maybe market conditions or whatever, but then for a call to rug pull means a whole lot. So you ask if I stopped at team and founders, right? So you ask if you check the founders, are they public? Do they have credibility? Have they built successful projects before? Or is it their first time? Are they using you to test the market? Not just you and your money, your hard-earned money. Are they using you to test the market? So projects with transparent teams usually build more trust. Let's say they don't build on Solana block ecosystem before. Now they want to build on Ethereum. You definitely know that they're not going anywhere. They're going to do well, right? That kind of stuff. And they've built this before. They did that before. Let's give them benefit of doubt. So next is the token utility. The token is supposed to have a purpose. Don't just build a token out of nowhere. Like how? Like what is it meant to achieve? What is the purpose of this particular project, right? Without purpose, just know that the only purpose behind it is to thief your money and run away. So a token should have purpose, right? Example like governance. We did this in our last class. We have governance tokens. We have tokens used for payments, taking access to services, pay gas fees, and all that. If the token has no utility, its value may depend only on hype. When I mean hype, I mean noise. I mean market attention. Like Lambo to the moon, FG. At the end of the day, people take profits and it dumps. Like it comes down crashing. You know, the law of gravity applies to your token. So go back to community strength. Right? We're still on things to research the project. Community strength. In crypto, community is everything. Yes. The community will hold your token, like hold up. you go see say your projects don't bump. So in crypto community is powerful. You check the Telegram community, their Discord, the what's going on their Twitter, right? Like the Twitter and all that. So we ask, the community active? Are discussions get genuine, or is it mostly bots and hype? Let's go to the moon, like I said, 200x, 100x in 3 hours. If that's what you see on the community group, just know that it's a red flag. Yeah. So you also check on the liquidity and trading. I've given you a quite number of apps where you can confirm this one, right? The liquidity shows whether people can easily buy or sell the token. So liquidity can make prices volatile and dangerous. Anything can happen. So the security and the audits. Serious projects usually get audited by security firms. Audits can help reduce risk of hacks or malicious smart contracts. If they are not open to audits, just know that you should be very, very careful. Like you should trade carefully, right? So that's on research. I don't think it should be useful to take questions now, but to take questions later, just drop your questions on the comments. And if you're getting value already, you know how we do, right? I want to see value on the channel. Just type value before we continue. So we're going over to the next topic. And if you feel we've done justice to the first topic, I want to see value on the chat box. Then we'll okay. Yeah, Bamboo, I can see him. So yeah, that's good. Let's keep it going. So what are narratives in crypto space? A narrative is the story or trend or the like what the market believes in. Like I said here, narrative influence attention. Then attention is what attracts the money. Then the money is what affects prices. When we go over to this thing, when we start talking about liquidity flow in the market, you understand what narratives can do in the market. Narrative is the story. Like we tell you that, let me just give you an example. We still get there. AI tokens. Now AI will they take over now. Like yes, it's the era of AI. So AI tokens are going to be taking over. It's a narrative. AI tokens are going to be taking over. Why? You said the reason I say actually now AI the trend now. Trend. Story trend, they use it to sell. Somebody will create his own token and tell you that AI is taking over. This is an AI token. and use it to get your attention and get the attention of different communities. And once the attention is there, you do what? You put in money. And when you put in money, the price does what? It goes up. Supply and demand is basic mathematics and economics. Once there is inflow, the price goes up. And once the price keep going up, people be like, this project is bullish. We'll still get to market cycles. This project is bullish, and they'll keep putting in money and it keeps going up. People might not know that the creators of the project, because definitely it can't keep just going up on a set line. There have to be one or two drawdowns, and it is actually the owners of the token or the project who are taking profit gradually with your money. So examples of crypto narratives, we have NFTs. NFTs introduced digital ownership for art, music, gaming items, and collectibles. This narrative brings huge growth across many blockchain ecosystems. Yes, I remember the period of NFTs. It was a trend. Like, it was a serious trend. Like, even celebrities were jumping. I'll give you an example. We talked about types of cryptocurrencies. I'll talk about NFT. Don Jazzy was the first celebrities to hop into crypto, and it was through NFT. And he made so much from it, right? So it was a trend as then, and he attracted attention, and so many persons were putting in money there. Today, NFT doesn't have that much hype like before. Even different projects that were running the airdrops that time. Some were doing it in NFTs. You use $10 to mint 1,000 pieces of this NFT, and you can sell it for some. Even all this kind of. So the hype, the trend, the attention, that was an NFT. Okay. AI plus crypto. As artificial intelligence became popular globally, I think I've explained this part. AI-related crypto projects also gained attention. The rise of companies like OpenAI indirectly boosted AI narratives in crypto, right? People were jumping in on AI tokens, and they were doing well as at then. Then the meme coins. So tokens became popular mainly through internet culture and communities. I don't have to really waste my time here. You know what meme coin is, and when it has its own trend, Dogecoin, Bonk, Funk, all those meme coins are then, they were driven more by hype and community energy. They're not really their utility. You get. So that's how many meme coins how many meme coins still has like just let's say tangible price as at now. They are all dumb. They can't really survive market conditions because they are just about hype and attention. So, important lesson to learn about narratives is that narratives do not always mean value. They simply mean attention, like what is really dragging attention to this kind of projects. Remember the period of not going, everybody was tapping the screen, you tap to end. It was a narrative of its owners at then. And it's onboarded a whole lot of persons into the crypto space. Even someone will be driving you on a tricycle, keke napep, and the person tapping with the other hand, like, what the fuck? So it was a trend as at then, right? So sometimes narratives create genuine innovation. Sometimes, but most times it is just hype, it is just attention. And once attention leaves this particular type of cryptocurrency, it goes to another one. Remember when the narrative was around social fi? Everybody was what do they call that thing? They were doing on X farming, everybody was farming crypto on X. So we'll go back to understanding market cycles. This is not going to be the longest topic, but then let's continue. Understanding market cycles. The crypto market cycle refers to the repeated patterns of price movement, investor behavior that occur over time in the cryptocurrency market. These cycles are influenced by supply and demand, investor emotions, economic conditions, news, and market narratives. Understanding market cycles helps investors make better decisions by recognizing when the market is growing, slowing down, recovering, or declining. So when we're talking about the market cycles, we have the bull market, the bear market, accumulation, and distribution. And the most popular among them is the bull market and the bear market, right? And I think most of us got onboarded in bull market season because that is when everything is pumped, like bullish. You go the year bullish, LFG to the moon. Any coin you put your money, it keeps going up. I think we have a very positive bull market in 2020. Yes, because that's when I was onboarded into the space. Serious bull markets like this, come on. Anyone who puts money is going, 2020, early 2021. I was still a student then. I used $10 to buy safe moon. Less than 3 weeks. I've seen up to $700. But I was so greedy I was waiting to buy Lamborghini for my $10, and the market dumped for me. It happened with SafeMoon, and I kept on thinking. My friend that time, altcoin daddy, he was a Binance ambassador. He told me, this is not. He used to call it shit coins. Actually, this is not shit coins, though. Oliver, you know, sell off. I say, bro, something away from $10 reach 700. If you reach 2K, 3K, you know. And another one like that was Feg. That period, the popular one Shiba Inu. I didn't go on Shiba, but the person that went to Shiba gave me more hope. Bamboo, why you be laughing? so so as I then I bought SafeMoon, bought Feg, Feed Gorilla. That was the abbreviation for Feg. A big gorilla. If you see my status that time, so let's not dive too much into that. So the bull market, as a market like was a pure where cryptocurrency prices rise constantly over time, like crazy pumps, right? During a bull market, investor confidence is high. I put this one for myself, bro. It be me like say, na me don't escape poverty from my family. You know that kind of shit. So during a bull market, the public interest in crypto space increases. Okay. During bear market, how many people in the year they talk about? Everybody minds their business. So bankers go to bank, teachers go to teach. You know, 9 to 5 workers face their work, while entrepreneurs face their businesses. But when the bull market comes back and there is that price increase in the market, liquidity flow and all that, everybody wants to Alpha. Now there I will start to see like Alpha, give me coin make I buy now. Give me coin make I buy. Hey, you want chop this money alone. You can only hear things like that in the bull market, right? Because the public interest increases in the crypto space. The trading activity becomes more active. Trading activities become more active. Everybody becomes a trader in the bull market. Because any small $10 you put in, I know $10 is not small. Just permit me for this class. Let me just any small $10 you put in, you know, it keeps me up. That was when I was trading the markets now. The bomb were to near markets now. So, you know, everybody will be looking for a long order to place. I hope you understand what a long order means. Like shorting the market and longing the market. That's longing is placing a buy order. Shorting the market is placing a sell order. Not on the spot trading. I mean on the futures, derivatives, and leverage trading, margin trading, you know. So new investor trading activities become more active. Yes, that's what I just explained. New investors enter the market, yes, because which coin make I buy? We go give me 100x. So the positive news spread quickly. Crypto is not a scam that period though. No. Crypto is not a scam that period because if you put your money, you get double or times 3. So it's not really a scam. Because even if it does on you, at least you've seen that your $100 gave you 200 and 300 before it dumps. If you they selfish, right? So the bull markets are usually driven by optimism, strong narratives, institutional interests, or major technological development. You start seeing projects coming. You start seeing people start becoming creative because when they invest this amount, they get more. So they start becoming more creative. So signs of a bull market, price making higher highs, increased media attention. You hear the news start talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin price. How many times have you heard Bitcoin price movement in the last 2 weeks? Yeah, but during the bull market, you start hearing that Bitcoin hits $80,000. Bitcoin hit 100K, new all-time high, new all-time high, new all-time high. Yeah. So rapid growth in trading volume. Wow. Strong community excitement. Everybody is going to the moon. We are buying car this year. We're 3G. Fear of missing out. There is a lot of FOMO in the market at that time. So people keep putting in money. When I mean fear of missing out, like literally explains itself. You don't want to lag. You don't want to be the person to miss out on something that's generational wealth. So let's go over to the bear market. I've spent a lot of time on the bear market here. So a bear market is a period where cryptocurrency prices decline continuously over time. Yes. Investor confidence drops, you know. The lock-in period. Now the lock-in period is that fear and uncertainty increases. Some people start being like, this project that my money is, maybe you bought a project with $500 and your money is now in 150. It happened to me that time. After 2021, I invested a bigger part of my portfolio into Solana, into Pancake Swap token, into Pancake, and then another one, Cake, SLP, Smooth Love Portion. All those nonsense. I'm not calling it nonsense. This class is being recorded. So all those altcoins, let me see what altcoins. Yeah. So the bull market came. I started asking God, is this portfolio going to recover at all? Please just the bear market came, sorry. Just you know that prayer, pray. Just come back to my entry point. Let me just take this capital out. God, I be like we can just come back from that entry point, you know. So many investors start selling off, you know. When you look at this one, he never to drop. He dropped from 500 to 250. You say, you're looking at it, you drop to 240, 230, 200. You wake up one day and you sell it off and beg. And the more you are selling, the more the price keeps dropping, because the more people are selling, the more there is lesser liquidity and the more the price keeps dumping, right? People just keep selling off. Let them not lose totally. So many investors sell their holding. Trading activity slows down. Yes, now. You know the slow down, okay? Negative sentiment dominates the market, like that will crash. Should be all this kind of stuff. Crypto don't go. Crypto is gone and all those kind of stuff. So bear markets often occur after excessive hype, economic uncertainty, or large market corrections. Common signs of a bear market: price making lower lows. Like, I hope you know, just look at the mass. Lower lows is something like just going down. Just keeps going down. Higher highs, higher high. So something like that. So prices making lower lows, panic selling, like I explained, reduced market activity, negative news and sentiment, investor loses, and fear grips everybody, right? So although bear markets can be difficult, but they also provide opportunities for long-term investors to study projects and prepare for future growth cycles. Yeah. During bear markets, so many projects build, waiting for the next bull market, so that they can, start early to gain volume, liquidity, and the rest. So long-term investors also, it's like some people used to DCA very well that time. That's dollar cost average. Like when this coin drops in price very well, you enter back in. You maybe enter with 500 before your money have dropped to 200. You enter with another 200. So that's when it's correct. When market corrects a bit, you get bigger profits. That's for the bigger players, right? So and it also gives opportunities for those who feel they have missed out. Like let's say Bitcoin now have dropped to 80K or below. Bitcoin have touched 150 before. They have dropped to almost 50% of it. of the all-time high, right? So people see it as an opportunity to enter the market again because they know that the market will surely correct. The bullish market will always come again, according to how they predicted, because Bitcoin happens every 4 years. There always be a bullish market every 4 years. Well, yeah, that particular narrative has not failed them because for every 4 years, Bitcoin hits a new time high. Right? So we'll continue to the other two that you are not really so familiar with because if we be bear market, and bull market, we all of that we don't hear about it. So we'll come to accumulation. Accumulation is the phase where experienced investors gradually, please forget about the title, gradually buy assets where public interest is still low. This phase usually happens after a major market decline. Yes, when price drops very well. That period after the bear market where investors start buying because they know that it goes up very soon. I don't like it for this like record. They know that it goes soon up, like the market will soon go bullish, right? So let me put it that way. So this is a period where smart investors start buying, accumulating, just like the word accumulation, they start accumulating so much in their portfolio because they know that. And during the period of accumulation, price moves slowly within a range. It just accumulates momentum, put it that way. Market sentiment remains weak and media attention is nobody is really talking about it, but very soon it will boom. Experienced investors quietly build positions, position their portfolios and all that. So this phase often occurs before major upward movement, like before a bullish market. So accumulation is important because it represents the early stage of potential market recovery. It is this accumulation. It translates literally like accumulating crypto, like that period where people they buy, companies they buy, governments they buy. It is a buy period before it is the accumulation that bets that market recovery. Yeah, without accumulation, there will be no market recovery because there are no liquidity. Accumulation draws in liquidity into the market. Yeah. So we'll go over to distribution. Distribution is the phase where large investors begin selling their holdings after significant price increases. Distribution usually happens near the top of a bull market. Yes. Distribution is between the bull market and the bear market. And accumulation is between the bear market and the bull market. Okay, I think I made that illustration from accumulation to bull market. And after accumulating a pump, this is a bull market is a period of pump. After the bull market, distribution, people begin to sell, selling at good prices. During the period of distribution characteristics, prices become highly volatile. Why is it highly volatile? When I say, if imagine that imagine a company holding a big amount of Bitcoin, and in the distribution, they sell off, price is going to drop so fast. And when it drops, people might also buy and it goes up. And public excitement reaches extreme levels because they start seeing the market moving funny. They start seeing the market moving funny. So as it's dumping and other people are doing it, it's pumping again. New investors continue buying aggressively, because of this volatility. Any investors, people who don't buy at, let's assume that they bought at $100 and at $1,000, it's coming back to 700, 600, going back to 1,200 during this distribution. Those that bought at a very early stage, they start taking small profit. Say, this is not the get as it may be, or it may be as it may get, that kind of stuff. So This phase often signals the possibility of a market correction or transition into a bull market. Because the more it is becoming more volatile, it is becoming more risky. Because some persons will now buy at 1,000, it comes down to 700, they panic, they sell off. They've lost. In fact, they wipe their portfolio self, make it say they hold something. So liquidity starts leaving the market. Price becomes more volatile, liquidity starts leaving the market, and people start selling off, and bear market starts setting in. Just like I said, the simple market flow from accumulation to bull market. I would have used a similar kind of illustration. Sorry. From accumulation to bull market to distribution to bear market back to accumulation to bull markets, it goes on a cycle like that. That is why it's called the market cycle. It goes on in a cycle like that. So some researchers have had the opinion that all this happens within a cycle of 4 years. Let me check it that way. Within a cycle of 4 years, because of the whole narration behind the Bitcoin halving, right? So we'll go over to market sentiment. Go back to market sentiment. So just give me a minute. We go back to market sentiment. So just give me a minute. Market sentiment refers to the overall emotions or mood of investors. The crypto market is heavily by emotions, like lots of emotions. So much of it. When I mean emotions, I mean big time emotions, right? Just to be able to penetrate the emotion of investors. If you can put the fear of missing out into investors, they will really pump in money into your project. That's why I have FOMO here, fear of missing out, right? So let me just take it seriously the way it's listed here. Common market emotions. So we have fear. People are afraid prices may continue falling. They will have to leave the market, right? Greed. Investors can become overly confident and chase profits aggressively, and it will make them lose more money. Take me for example. I learned from my mistakes. So I talked about FOMO already. People buy because others are making money. They want to follow and make money. They don't want to miss out. They want to, make generational wealth. So panic selling. People say emotionally during market crashes. I think I've explained that before. When the market starts dumping and you start seeing your money going down and you want to lose completely, you just have to sell off, man. Just have to sell off. Make use the remaining one, take for yourself, take chop. We have opium, the blind optimism without proper research. You just stay here, you buy. You don't do your own personal research. You follow people where they call to paying for premium Telegram channel. Well, let me break the news to you. Some of those premium Telegram channel owners are being paid to drop those calls. Some of them do not buy. Some will buy part of the money that they are being paid. They pay the $1,000, they use $500 to buy screenshot and send to you like they have $500 in Bitcoin. And everybody in the channel will give them over 20K. Now go raise 20,000 naira worth of volume, give them. So useful sentiments and analysis tools in the market. I've given you platforms where you can do your market research. CoinMarketScan, CoinGecko, and the rest. So these ones are now platforms where you can do your check your market sentiment and do your market analysis. Crypto fear and greed index. There's a platform called fear and greed index. There you can check the ratio of fear over greed or greed over fear in the market. You have trading view. You can do proper technical analysis. Trading view, yes. You can do your proper technical analysis before going into the markets. Please, before we go over to the next topic, I want to see you drop value on the chat box if you are following up. Yeah. So let's drop value on the chat box. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can see you. Thank you so much, Pepe. Thank you. My dad, yeah, J Dreamer. I see you all, Sakings. I see you all. Who I see. So Miracle, thank you. Let's continue. How to research a coin properly. I always do. I'll drop this material with you guys. How to research a coin properly. Before investing in cryptocurrency, you have to ask questions, right? You don't just open your exchange to trade, or there are like I said, there are narratives, you know, there are market sentiment, there are basically lots for you to research before going to a project. You know, when I use the word project, I don't want it to sound, I don't want to use only coin or token, which would be limiting. When I use the word project, I mean a crypto project. A coin or token is under a crypto project, right? So before going into a project, right, there are questions you should ask. What problem does this solve? Does the token have new utility? Who are the competitors? Is the trading volume real? Is the community active? Do they have an active community? Is the adoption growing, or is it a narrative that is already fading off? Just like people who, after the NFT frenzy, they started creating their own NFTs, or after the whole tapping frenzy that time, after Notcoin and TapSwap, the other ones came up. Insiders constantly selling or they are buying, right? You know, when the insiders of a particular project, they're just selling off. If you know how to really do market research, you will check on the Explorer if the first 10-15 wallets of this particular project, are they still buying on the project, or are they just selling gradually? They have sold more than their capital and they are still selling more. That's like taking profit on your head. So is the project surviving only on hype? So I basically summarized this from what you did on your research, you know, for it to be easy for you. So something I can just list out, take it gradually one by one. What problem does it solve? What's the utility of this token? Is it easy? Who are the competitors? Is the trading volume real? Is the community active? You know, these are points you should take time to go over when you're looking at going into a particular project. Your capital. So we check on the red flags during research. What are the things you should watch out for? You know, what are the signs you watch out for? So that you see in a project and you dust your slippers and take off. First is guaranteed profit. You know, no investment is 100% guaranteed, right? If they are guaranteed that no drawdown, like 100%. Honestly, every business venture is there will be profits and there will be loss. They should be able to let you know how they manage loss, how they will manage drawdowns. You know, they should be accountable and transparent, right? So anonymous or suspicious teams, one. Lack of transparency increases risk here. But in terms of anonymous suspicious teams, there are projects you can spot and you're not linking it to anybody. You cannot link it to any team at all. They are just anonymous, you know. anybody that you ask, maybe they are paying an influencer and you're asking the influencer, please, who is the owner of this project, or what is the team behind the project? And the influencer is like, I don't know, but I know it will do well. You don't know. You don't even know who paid you to promote this project, but all you know is that it will do well. Why? Because you collected money. So let's continue. Fake partnerships, they lie about collaborations, that this project have collaborated with Tesla. How did you collaborate with Tesla, for crying out loud? This project have announcing partnership with so this thing, announcing fake listings, fake listing on Binance soon. I remember should be around 2021, one project announced their listing on Binance. Binance had to release because people were really buying into it that it's listing on Binance soon. Binance had to release a disclaimer. But before they release a disclaimer, a lot of persons have jumped in and their money was already gone. Let me use Otilo. I'll be happy to sit down. Okay. Extreme low liquidity is also a red flag because if there is low liquidity and you put in your own, it doesn't amount to anywhere. And when you put in the little you have, some are still selling off and you struggle to get your money back, right? Unrealistic APYs. I hope you know what APYs mean. Unrealistic APYs, very high returns are often unsustainable, especially for those of them that are doing staking or in the pool. Right? I tell you that in the year you get 150%. I remember staking cake that year for 12% annually. So you receive 300% APY. As in a year, you're getting 300%. How are they going to use? Whose money are they going to use and pay you 300%? Do you know what that means? That if you put in $1,000, you're getting $3,000 in a year. Sounds very sweet though, but have you asked yourself, is it their own personal money they're going to come and use and pay? Or whose money are they paying you with, right? So you should ask yourself these questions. Sometimes you may be lucky they pay you, but just know that it's someone else's liquidity you have been paid with. They are paying the first time so that they will gain more attention, get more recommendation and get ready to exit. Then become the exit liquidity. Then the locked withdrawals. When you invest your money, you can only withdraw after 30 working days. After 30 working days, you withdraw the first time and you are still happy. And you put in more, waiting for another 30 working days. Let me not tell you another story. This can be like I'm a foolish man. I'm a very risky investor, but that's my lessons. Okay, so in conclusion, the cryptocurrency market is driven by modern technology alone. It's influenced by information, from what we've seen today, narratives, emotions, trends, and investor behavior. Buying and selling, supply and demand, and all these factors affect price movements in the market. Aside the crypto market, let's leave crypto aside. Have you heard of they call this thing in Forex? It just keeps my mind. Where news, so many forex traders wait for that day. What do they call that day? Where they trade news. Like what they trade that day is news. They forget about doing anything technical analysis. They are just waiting for one word from the news to know whether they are going to the moon or they are going back to their village. So understanding these factors is essential for anyone who wants to participate in the crypto space responsibly and strategically. Even aside the crypto market, aside the forex market, in the stock market, I hope there was a time GT Bank GT Bank was deducting 50 naira from accounts of all their account owners, and they were being dragged on Twitter. People started dragging GT Bank. That time, GT Bank stock dropped a whole lot. Mhm. And when Dangote launched his refinery, that stock increased very, like, it's appreciated the whole lot. So news, aside market conditions, news, fundamentals, narratives, they affect the financial market a whole lot. Like, I'm trying to give you a bigger picture so that you don't just limit it to the crypto space alone. I'm trying to give you a bigger picture where all these narratives affect the financial markets. When I mean financial markets, I mean stock, crypto, forex, bonds, and the rest. So, aside the normal analysis you do on charts, drawing trend line, Fibonacci, and the rest, I really have mental problems using candlestick Bible that year. So the whole mathematics there, as an art student, I just saw this shit is not for me. But then there was a whole lot. There's a whole lot. Aside technical analysis, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. Yeah. So the core point of today's class is that research protects your capital a lot. Narratives create market attention. Market understanding helps to survive, whatever the market throws at you, both the bullish market, the bearish market, and how to use your capital essentially to survive that, and helps you to survive narratives that might mar your portfolio. So market cycles repeat, yes, bullish, distribution, bearish, accumulation, bullish, it goes that way in this cycle. So making money in crypto is is only about following hype and buying trading points. That's the myth that people think. Yeah. But the truth is that the market requires proper research, understanding market narratives. Is pushing this particular project, that there is a narrative pushing it, okay, and it's young, you just have to copy and know that once this narrative phases off, you just use your head and know what to do, right? Know when to enter the market and when to leave. So, and recognizing market cycles, making disciplined decisions instead of relying purely on emotions or hype. I think this brings us to the end of today's class. I think we just did barely 55 minutes, and I was really, really rushing and praying we cover up, right? Yeah, because I know that today's class was a long one. I was really rushing and praying to cover up. Yeah. And thank God we did. So I think we can take the question right now. Let me check the chat box questions. Okay, no. Unmute and give me your questions here. If you have questions, unmute. Well, before then, I want to see value on the chat box. Yeah, give me value on the chat box. If you got value anyways, it's not for everyone. If you got value, type value in the chat box. Thank you, Sakins. Start bringing up your questions so that you can take them before ending the class. Thank you. Thank you, Bamboo Miracle, Digital Gracie. Wow. Cool, Magalos. And that. Snazzy. I hope you learned something. Questions, please. Yeah. Questions, please. Yeah,
can I go on?
Yeah, go on, shoot.
All right. So I feel like the financial market is something that like is a study on its own, right? Now I understand some people what they mean when they mean that they are financial market experts. Like what they do is study is financial market. Now I don't understand what it means. Is quite a whole lot. Now, my question is, you're saying something about
Your
when we
voice
talk
is
about
cracking. Voice is cracking. I can't hear you very well.
so can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so my question is, we are talking about crypto projects. You say that it's not only coin and tokens that are under it. Like, what other things? Like, when you talk about crypto projects, like, what are other things that are under crypto projects?
That what is under a crypto project?
Yeah, aside coins and tokens, which other things are under it? Like, are under crypto projects?
Okay, which other things are under crypto projects aside coin and tokens? Right?
Yes, yes.
Let's say I'm building something, right? Currently, I'm building an app. It's going to have a Web3 interface, and I decide to launch a token, to back up my app. Actually, that's even how it's supposed to be before meme coins came to disrupt the whole thing. And the token is supposed to be the utility token on my app, right? So the whole project, this token is what you know in the crypto interface. But the whole project is like it's a project. How do I give you an overview of which other example should I use? Let me use Boundless Pay as an example. Boundless Pay is a project, right? Boundless Pay is a project. It's a company that built Boundless Pay app. Now, Boundless Pay app is an app where you can convert crypto to fiat in 2 seconds, right? You can sit down, transfer Naira to your Boundless Pay app, and send USDT to anybody, send Bitcoin to anybody, send Solana to anybody. Same way someone will send Solana to you, you convert it to Naira on your Boundless Pay app and send it to your Naira account directly. This one, you don't need to go over P2P or all those things. You send it to your Naira wallet account directly. That's what Boundless Pay is. So Boundless Pay is a project, is a company, is a project. They built an app. Now, Boundless Pay launched BPay token 2 years ago. That token is what you now know as a cryptocurrency, and you know it as a token. It becomes the utility token of Boundless Pay. You get? So when we're talking about a project, we're not talking about just, we're not limiting. That's why I said I don't want to limit it to only coin or token, because they represent a project most times, right? They represent a project most times, or they represent a narrative. Let's say it's a meme coin that is not representing anything like any good project or anything like that. It is representing a narrative. They have to build it around a narrative. You get? Sakin, was your question? Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Any other question from anyone? Any other question from anybody? You can unmute your mic, shoot your question. Yes. I'll call it a good night. This is only good.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm curious about. I want to know where are we at now? Currently, for example, we are in bear market, accumulation, or a bull market. That's my question.
Okay, you want to know if we're in the bear market?
Yes.
bull market accumulation
Yeah.
or distribution? Which one do you think?
I think that is accumulation.
You think it's accumulation?
Yeah.
So you think that after now we're having another bull market?
No, yeah, yeah, maybe. Because we didn't get a bull market this years. Normally, we must have a bull market 2024 or 2025. But we didn't see nothing. I have to know where were we according to a cycle, 4 years ago, according to that we must get like 2025, right?
Yeah.
But now, where were we?
Okay. Let me go to that part of the class. So here we have accumulation before bull market, right? After bull market, we have distribution, right? After distribution, we have bear market before accumulation again. So personally, I would say, let's say we had a bull market, a bullish market here, a bull market, from that 2024, that's spilled to 2025. Then the market started, changing pattern to a distribution market. The hype started dropping. Like since last year, hype on crypto and all these things have dropped a whole lot, right? So, and people are gradually leaving the market, right? And all that. Price has become volatile and it's even dropping more. So we are here, we are in between this distribution and bear market. Because from this distribution, we'll enter a bear market proper. From this bear market, say the next bull run, we're anticipating 2028 for the next bull run. That's after 4 years, right? After that's the next Bitcoin happening will be in 2028. So we're anticipating that by 2027 we should experience what is called accumulation. Let's start from 2027, especially towards the ending. From August, September, October, me and you, we start putting small money there to see what Buron can give us. That is what accumulation will do. For now, we're between this distribution stage to the bear market stage. The market is not really pumping like before. All-time highs have been successfully hit already, and we're still below all-time highs. So we're in between distribution and going into a proper bear market. That's if we're not even there already. So I would say we're between distribution and closer, like very close to a proper bear market. So from next year, we'll start experiencing accumulation. Then in 2 years' time, another bull market. And we don't know how much of a bull market is going to be, how bullish the market will be. Let me put it that way. Have I done justice to question? So any other question? So before you put your money there, Meda, just know that we're in a distribution market. And we're going into the market. You might actually recover your money in the next market. That's after 2 years. Okay, go on.
No, it's good for me because I think that I think that normally we must have a bull market, but we didn't see a bull market. We just Bitcoin only have
No, it was not only Bitcoin. It was not only Bitcoin. Yeah. Check other good projects. Solana, see all projects, they are all good projects. So I'm not talking about those shit coins that we used to do. All good projects, they touched their all-time high. They surpassed their all-time. I hope you know what all-time high is. If, let's say, the highest price of this token have been $200, all of them, they passed $200, like, respectively in their different prices at the last bull market. Just that this last bull market of 2024 was not as crazy as the one we experienced in 220. You know, the 220, 221 bull market was very crazy. A whole lot of shit coins pumped. You put in $10, you see $1K, and everybody felt that, okay, this is how crypto is. This is how 2025 is going to pump. 2024 is going to pump, you know. But it didn't pump that way, but there was still serious bullish movement. Take Bitcoin for example now. Bitcoin hit how much? Over 150K. So you can, like, I wanted to tell you, you can give me your money to use and do business. I can use that married. Then before the next bull market, I will pay your I'll pay you APY. So any other question? So I'll call it to answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, nice one. Thank you. Any other person that has a question? Don't be shy. Snazzy, you don't have a question for me.
So I have a question. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Idolo, how are you doing, sir?
I am not your idol. My name is Oli Alonso.
Eh?
I'm not your idol. I'm your boy.
No, yeah, Idolo. My question is, hope this class is recorded and it will be reviewed.
Yes, the class is recorded. They always put it on the YouTube channel. Yeah, that's why I'm even being careful with.
Okay, so that I'll be able to go back, because all this crypto, this thing of a thing, even though say
I'll still drop the material.
I beg, just do, I beg. Idolo, thank you.
God bless you, sir. Any other person?
Hello.
Who said good evening? Good evening.
Good evening,
Mr. Upo.
Yeah. Thank you for your lectures. It's quite interesting.
Bless you.
I want to ask, how can we know a scalable project that is scalable, that has future?
Okay.
So there is a lot of projects. So at a point, one gets confused. You don't even know the one that is, that is scalable. So how can we be able to know it?
Okay, yeah. The question is the foundation of today's class. You know, the question is the foundation of today's class. There are thousands of cryptocurrencies, right? Then how do you spot good projects? Yes. How do you know the ones that will do well? There is something, and that's the purpose of this class, right? There's something in crypto they say DYOR, DYOR, and it means do your own research, right? So, and that is the purpose of the class. That is why after explaining research, market cycle, market sentiments, narratives, and all that, I came here to list it step by step, things you check out in a project, and what are the red flags to spot in a project. Definitely you have to see the coin somewhere. Someone has to tell you about a particular project or a particular coin. Either you see it on Twitter, you see it on a Telegram channel, you can open any of your crypto app and you see this particular project. You just have to find one and research one. I had a friend that year that he during what we call this accumulation stage in the crypto market, nigga doesn't sleep. We can't even pay him enough for the projects he was dropping for us. Like Tonfish. I remember we bought Tonfish. It was like you people should buy this coin. When he gives you, he always tell you you can still do your own research, right? You can buy this token, NFA, not a financial advice, right? Because because no coin or no crypto is 100%. Anything can happen. Yeah. So you see these tokens on something with my attract. Maybe you heard about AI tokens and you went online to browse AI tokens or AI coins. Yeah. And you see the first 5. You start researching from the first one. It is that research that will give you the ones that have more potentials. And I'm giving you the outline to use while doing this research. I know your question or your concern is coming from how do I now pick the one to research and know that it's good. You just have to see somewhere, pick from somewhere. Like I remember before I bought Bonk, I saw it on Twitter. I was always seeing Bonk on Solana ecosystem. Then I had to go and ask my boss, like, so I've been seeing Bonk on Twitter. The first said he has bought Bonk already. I said, shoot. But you don't buy Bonk. He said, hey, you have Bonk already. He bought Bonk, he bought Funk. I was like, let me buy you. He said, do your research. Or if you do research and it's something you want, you can put your money there. I was like, okay, no problem, sir. Honestly, I didn't even do much of research because I know that my guy had done his research before he bought. Yes, ma'am. So you have to just see it somewhere. And in classes like this, during that accumulation stage, in classes like this, during that period, I would have dropped maybe 1 or 2 projects that I feel will do well indirectly. I might not sell it off there. This project will do well, but I'll be like, while researching, I think like something like this, it's good. So classes like these, Twitter Spaces, what we're saying is that you will see or research, do your own confirmations before you buy. You will definitely see them. Just jump on any Twitter space, you get a mention to people who have bought already. They are mentioning it because they know that when they mention it, when they bring their attention to it, people will buy more. And since they have bought, their own money will increase when other people are buying. So, but the essence of this class is that when you see those projects, when you see those coins or tokens, you go back, sit down, open your laptop or your phones, and still do your own confirmations, ask questions, check. What is the maximum supply of this coin? What is the trading supply currently? You do your own fundamental analysis, look at it in the chart, and all those things. So, like I said, you will definitely see this. Most of them just wait 2027, say next year, because bull market is 2028. Accumulation stage of the market is 2027 next year. Just scrolling your Twitter, you see coins. Influencers will start making noise. It will always happen. Even a class like this, maybe I've bought one, I will still come and want 1 or 2 persons to, people will even message me, boss, which one make we buy for 100x? I will give them the one that I've bought already. I will not give you what I've not bought now. I'll give them the one that I've bought already so that it's a push. So most times when you see this, when you open your apps and you see these coins and these tokens, you take your time to also do your own confirmation. You might spot red flags and call the attention of other people so that those who can also leave early. Sometimes the red flags you spot, you can still buy, knowing that okay, it will still go up small, and know how long you should stay on that project. You can buy at $100, you see 150, you quickly come out your money. So that's it.
Okay, now I really understand now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, sir. God bless you, sir.
God bless you.
Yeah. Any other question?
So for me, it's not a question. It's just a listen. For example, those who don't know exactly how where you can get the information, I feel like you will give them a tool for a platform where we can get the information. I feel that
Yeah. There are platforms where you can get those information. Twitter is one of the most prominent ones. We call it X. No, sorry, I've been using the word Twitter. X. Yeah, you can get those information on X. When you go to CoinMarketCap, when you go to CoinGecko, this platform that I gave you where you can do your research, you will see crypto news there. From those news, you will see project research on. Just like I said, it will be everywhere, kind of. But let me not say it will be everywhere. Let me just, if you go to CoinMarketCap, there's crypto news. You know, there will always be lots of noise from influencers, Telegram groups, Telegram channels, X, Discord groups. Yeah, all these places you always see them making noise about. So I have a friend that his own specialty is Facebook. You know, he's an influencer, Dr. Crypto. Some of you will know more blessing, Dr. Crypto. His own platform is Facebook. If you scroll through his profile, you will see he will drop some. If he doesn't drop it openly on his Facebook post, you will see link to his Telegram channel or Telegram group on his Facebook. When you join, that is where he will drop those calls. That's where he will drop those coins, those tokens, those projects that he will be shilling out to people. Whether did I answer the question?
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Chief.
Yeah, Idolo, I want to ask, that all these coins now that you people are talking about, you know, there are some coins that somebody will buy and hold. They will tell you that this coin will rise 100x, 200x, 50x, and at last that coin will just dump. After making all your research, you might go to the screener and the other one. What is the name of that? The screener and the other CoinGecko. You check for those coins. Go to X, check their this thing. Go to Telegram, check everything. Buy the coin. Then after buying it, people are expecting for the coin to rise, maybe 20x, 50x. The coin will just dump. At that stage, what did that person do? Maybe the person has used his life saving to buy that coin. What did the person do at that point?
My brother, at that point, you pack your bags. You pack your bags and you start going back to your village. Because it is what it is. Let's say you play 2 odds on Sporty Bet and your ticket cut. At that point, that's just what you asked me now. See, once a project pulls on you, I rather it's gone. It's long. If you say you don't rock. That's it. So if you don't go, you don't go. There is nothing more or less. Let me not just waste time on that. Yeah.
Like crypto, that your friend, Crypto Pastor Bar.
Yeah.
The Crypto Pastor that you said is on Facebook. I do see him on X and which other this am I seeing? Okay, on YouTube. So he was talking about this coin, Ari. I found that Ari well. Okay. People bought it, people bagged it. At last, Ari did what they did. So at that point, Omo, I did not even know what to do at that point. Because it was overhyped. It was overhyped. So people rushed to say it will be long. Out of FOMO, I bought the coin, kept nothing. Boom. It is still in my wallet after months. Like, Omo.
Like I said earlier on this class, if you see influencers, this person you are mentioning his name, let me not follow I mention his name. He's an influencer. he must have been paid to post that project. You don't know how much he was paid to post that project on his hands, right? So he's not even we'll call arrest. So he must have been paid to post that project, knowing fully well that people like you will be gullible enough to buy without doing research. So that is why when you see posts like that, YouTube or anywhere, you should do your research first. Please. That is the essence of this class. Do your research. Yes. I hope you understand. I hope you got what I said.
Yes, I got what you said.
Okay, thank you. So any other person, please, before we call it a day, we've spent an hour 30 minutes on this call already, and I don't feel like ending it anyways, but we just have to. Now you manage the KOL. We don't have my students. We're coming for you. So if we don't have any other question, we're going to call it a day, and you know how we usually do it. We did it on the first class. That's how I do my own pattern. Everybody's going to unmute their mics. We take the rally cry together before we call it a day. So that's been an interactive session. So I didn't make it so much of an interactive session because the class is being recorded so that it doesn't get rowdy, and for the purpose of those who want to like go over the class again, it's posted on YouTube. Normally my class, everybody has the invite together. So please unmute your mics. Let's take the rally cry together. Then we'll call it today or a night. Please unmute your mics. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Everybody should unmute their mic. I want to hear everybody's voice. Make that unmute your mic. I want to hear your voice. I used to speak like my ex-president Buhari.
We are ready.
Okay, so let's go. You take after me. I'll go first, then you take after me. I will learn with purpose.
I will learn with purpose.
I will grow intentionally. I will build the future. And it is led by us. Thank you so much, guys. Let's call it a night. It was amazing and interactive. Very sweet. And also very emotional right now. I feel like crying. I don't want to go. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.